Market segmentation might be one of the most interesting and most important topics in marketing nowadays. It doesn't matter if you own your very first business, if you sell your own products, if you manage a business, or if you're a student learning about marketing. Market segmentation is something that you should know about, and in this video I will explain everything that you need to know about it. The problem nowadays is not that there are not enough products to buy, but that there are too many buyers. And it's not a problem that there are many buyers. The problem becomes when their diversity is so complex in their needs and in their habits they buy. People buy differently, they buy on different occasions, they have different needs, different wants, different demands, and companies have different solutions for all these problems. What happens nowadays is that companies realize they need to do what is called market segmentation. So that is dividing the total market into smaller groups, so then you can decide who will you serve and to whom will you sell. When we talk about market segmentation, there are 4 topics that you need to know about. And those are consumer market segmentation, business market segmentation, international market segmentation, and of course the criteria for having an effective selection and segmentation of the market. Market segmentation is dividing a market into smaller segments of buyers with distinct needs, characteristics, or behaviors that might require separate marketing strategies or mixes. So what you do for segmentation is taking up the entire market, so basically the entire globe, and dividing it into smaller segments that you can approach, that you can serve, that you can sell to. In market segmentation, you divide large heterogeneous markets into smaller segments that can be reached more efficiently and effectively with products and services that match their unique needs. Marketing segmentation answers the question, what customers will we serve? In this video we address all the 4 important topics of market segmentation. You can use the YouTube timeline to skip through the video to the part that you are interested in, or you can also watch the videos that I've created separately on individual topics. 1 second before jumping in the video, I want to tell you that marketing segmentation is only one topic and the first stage of a wider topic in marketing that is called designing and creating a customer value-driven marketing strategy. If you want to watch the entire video with all the steps to create such a strategy, you can watch it right here by clicking on the info card or find the video down in the links below in the description. When deciding which segments to serve, a marketeer must consider multiple variables and then to focus on one of them or combining them to get up with the best strategy and best segmentation. As this figure illustrates, there are 4 main variables to consider when segmenting a market: geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral variables. Geographic segmentation calls for dividing a market into different geographical units, such as nations, states, regions, countries, cities, or even neighborhoods. For example, Domino's Pizza keeps its marketing local, although it is the largest pizza chain delivery. Through their app, the customers can access the closest pizza shop for local coupons offers and to place orders to be delivered into their door. This is how geographic segmentation is used to create special ads for every city. Demographic segmentation divides the market into segments based on variables such as age, life cycle stage, gender, income, occupation, education, religion, ethnicity, and generation. Demographic factors are the most popular basis for segmenting customer groups. One reason is that customer needs, wants, and usage rates often vary closely with demographic variables. Within demographic segmentation, we should also address age and life cycle segmentation, gender segmentation, and income segmentation. Age and life cycle segmentation means dividing a market into different age and life cycle groups. However, age is often a poor prediction of a person's life cycle, health, work and family status, needs and buying power. Gender segmentation means dividing a market into different segments based on gender. It has been used for a long time in clothing, marketing, cosmetics, toiletries, toys and magazines. As you can imagine, females have been largely targeted. Income segmentation means dividing a market into different income segments. Many companies target only the affluent consumers with luxury goods and marketing programs. So far we discussed about geographic and demographic segmentation. Psychographic segmentation divides a market into different segments based on social class, lifestyle, or personality characteristics. As an example, Mountain Dew projects a youthful, rebellious, adventurous, and go-your-own-way personality. By contrast, Coca-Cola Zero appears to target more mature, practical, and cerebral but good-humored personality types. Its subtly humorous ads promoting the real Coca-Cola taste and zero calories. And finally, the last important essential topic in segmentation is behavioral segmentation. It means dividing a market into segments based on consumer knowledge, attitudes, uses of a product, or responses to a product. These are the four main types of segmentation variables and criteria that are used remember, only when segmenting consumer markets. So only when we refer to physical buyers, to consumers, to persons like you and me. Right now, to understand it better, I will give you two extra ways of segmentation. Buyers can be grouped according to occasions when they get the idea to buy, actually make their purchase or use the purchased items. Occasion segmentation can help firms build up product usage. Occasion segmentation is dividing the market into segments according to occasions when buyers get the idea to buy, actually make their purchase, or use the purchased item. A powerful form of segmentation is grouping buyers according to the different benefits that they seek from a product. Benefit segmentation is dividing the market into segments according to the different benefits that consumers seek from the product. It requires finding the major benefits people look for in a product class, the kinds of people who look for each benefit, and the major brands that deliver each benefit. Remember that market segmentation has four topics, and so far we only discussed the first one, consumer market segmentation, and right now we will go on with business and international markets and see criteria for dividing these segments into smaller markets. Just like in consumer market segmentation, a marketeer needs to examine different variables and decide if they want to go with one or find the best combination to select and to divide the markets into smaller segments. Consumer and business markets use many similar variables to segment their markets. Business buyers can be segmented geographically, demographically, by industry or company size, or by benefits of user status, usage rate, and loyalty status. Business marketeers also use additional variables such as customer operating characteristics, purchasing approaches, situational factors, and personal characteristics. Most businesses develop distinct marketing programs for each business segment. As an example, let's look at Steelcase. A major producer of office furniture divides customers into 7 segments: bioscientists, higher education, US and Canadian governments, state and local governments, healthcare, professional services, and retail banking. Steelcase serves all these business markets. So what you need to understand is that there are companies that have a different segmentation. They don't necessarily only serve to consumers, but they can serve businesses, or they can have as a segment local communities and regions within a country, as they are that big, so they can have the resources to do such a segmentation. One variable is geographic location, which is grouping countries by regions such as Western Europe, the Pacific Rim, South Asia, or Africa. Geographic segmentation assumes that nations close to one another will have many common traits and behavior. Another variable is economic factors. Countries might be grouped by population, income levels, or by their overall level of economic development. A country's economic structure shapes its population, product, and service needs, and therefore the marketing opportunities it offers. A third factor in segmentation is by political and legal factors, such as the type and stability of the government, receptivity to foreign firms, monetary regulations, and amount of bureaucracy. A fourth factor is cultural. It can be used grouping markets according to common language, religions, values and attitudes, customers, and behavioral patterns. These are the 4 most important factors to be considered when segmenting business and international markets. Let's see an example. As an example, Coca-Cola targets teens around the world through universal themes such as music and sells their products in more than 200 countries. Lexus targets the so-called global elite regardless of their country. H&M targets fashion-conscious shoppers in more than 43 countries. Let's now go on towards the last topic of the video for market segmentation, and that is the criteria for having an effective market segmentation. So far we talked about segmenting consumer markets. We discussed about segmenting business and international markets. We've seen 4 criteria for each of these markets, and now it is important to understand how we decide on which segmentation variables we use. So right now we talk about the effective variables and effective criteria for market segmentation. For example, buyers of table salt could be divided into blonde and brunette customers. However, hair color is obviously not affecting the purchase of salt. We could divide them by gender, and it is still irrelevant. We could though divide them by age and realize that elders don't buy as much salt as youngsters. Therefore, right now we will look at the 5 criteria that are important for effective segmentation. Measurable is the size, purchasing power, and profiles of the segments that can be measured. Accessible is the market segments can be effectively reached and served. Substantial is the market segments are large and profitable enough to serve. A segment should be the largest possible homogeneous group worth pursuing with a tailored marketing program. And differentiable, the segments are conceptually distinguishable and respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. If men and women respond similarly to marketing efforts for soft drinks, they do not constitute separate segments. And the last criteria is actionable. Effective marketing programs can be designed for attracting and serving the segments. This was everything for this video. I hope it helped you understand market segmentation. Remember that market segmentation is about consumer markets, about business markets, about international markets. About these subtopics, I've created separated videos you can watch right here or in the links down in the description. And also remember the 5 criteria for effective market segmentation. Remember that each market, doesn't matter if you talk about consumer businesses or international markets, has criteria that needs to be combined in order to come up with the best structure. Before going on to check my channel for other videos about marketing and communications, I want to tell you something, that if you are an entrepreneur, you manage a company or you sell products, then you want to check the links down in the description below, because I've created something to help you. In the description below you will find a manual for designing a marketing program, a communication program, and an overall by-the-book business plan for your business. There is a step-by-step guide with all the information you need and all the information you need to understand for creating a marketing plan, a communication strategy, and a business plan in order to start up with your company. If you want to check that, go in the description below and it will be the biggest favor you will make yourself. Remember that you can also support me in the classical ways of liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and please leave a comment down in the description below because it helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Of course, you can buy me a coffee. I drink quite a lot of coffee to create these videos, for researching the information, filming the videos, editing the videos so you can watch them for free. So I would highly appreciate that. There is a link down in the description for that. Remember to leave a comment in the comment section and I will see you at the next video.